Yeah, but on the other hand, like, hey, look.
Josh,
I
you
had the
did it, buddy.
sound turned. I had the sound turned off on every single one of those devices.
Oh well. So something
Did
just
you have your
haunted.
microphone turned on?
I don't know. It usually mutes them both.
So this is Josh's frog. I don't even know if it has its name.
That's my
Do you
frog.
want me to move us up again?
No, we're fine.
Okay,
Okay,
is it working?
guys, this is Before Time Shop. What, Josh?
Is it working now?
Yep.
Looks good to me.
Okay.
All right, welcome to our show. This is Talk Naughty to Us with Mr. Bish. I'm the Suburban Bish, and this is Before Time Shop, also known as Josh. Go ahead.
All right, Josh, you ready for this?
I guess so.
Well, tell us about yourself. Who is Before Time Shop?
It's just me. Me myself. I have. It's just me, and Butterfly helps occasionally. I just sell old stuff. I've been doing it for a long time. I basically started from zero about 3 years ago with my website that it is now, beforetimes.shop. Before that, I had several 100,000 things online. But I basically had to start over. So that's what I did. And I started Whatnot about 3 years ago. Um, I've been
Thank
following
you for
people on
answering
Facebook.
question number two already.
Makes it easier for you. Uh,
Exactly.
I've been, those people that do the Facebook Lives. I've been following a few people locally that did that. And I thought that sounded like a good idea, but it seemed like a major hassle having to invoice people and track people down to try to get payment and stuff. But Whatnot was automated, so it seemed like it was going to be what was going to be the future of e-commerce or something like that.
That makes sense.
Yeah. Well, we'll skip question two.
Yeah. How did you get started into reselling?
I had a bike shop at one time, and people bring me like old bikes, and they want new parts on them, and I'd sell them parts, and then I'd resell the vintage parts on eBay for more than I was making swapping out the parts in the first place. So then at one point, somebody offered me like an estate, and I went and kind of cleaned it out and just put all that stuff on eBay, and then that's where it started, I guess.
Hazy asked motorcycles or bicycles?
Bicycles,
Makes sense.
mountain
I
bikes
already know
mostly.
what the first items were too.
No? Well, I guess maybe. How'd you first meet Bishy?
He won't remember.
I don't remember. She just showed up and started harassing me, I think.
I knew he was gonna say something like that. So
At
you
Mom asked, who is your favorite mod?
Oh, it has to be Bishy. Can I say anything else? Even if there was a different mod that was my favorite, she's the only mod. Ohio's pretty good too, but Bishy's the best mod there is, I think.
Oh, thanks.
She did realize I needed help, and I remember at one point thinking she kept asking me to mod, and I kept thinking I remembered seeing her username before, but I couldn't remember for sure.
So how we met was you were looking for a sign. I guess you
Oh, I
saw
re-
Ohio's or something. And then she's like, "This guy wants you to make this sign," and I'm like, "Who? What's this guy?" So it was a Sunday show, and you were doing the ones that you were scanning and everything.
Which we know you love.
Yeah, and you were like super annoyed, and I was like, "I'm like, this guy needs help." So I made your sign, and then I kept hearing like butterfly and butterfly, but nobody would tell me what butterfly was. So I added butterfly to your sign, not knowing what any of this was. So I basically did the sign based on what I thought you would like and your website. That's how we met.
And I've been using the sign ever since.
Mm-hmm.
If I can find it.
There's a question from the chat.
If I can find it.
Of all the things you sell, what is your favorite type of item to sell?
There's no favorite thing. The my favorite thing is whatever's the simplest to package and sells for the most money. As long as
Makes
it's easy
sense.
to package.
So
I absolutely
technically we
hate
can
packaging.
skip.
What's that?
Well, you do a lot of it though. Have
Well,
you
yeah.
added up like how much you ship a week?
No. I figure when I have
Well,
the way I package, when I have a whatnot show, it's basically an hour of packaging for every hour of selling.
yeah. Well, let's get to that because I didn't ask this, but I was curious. How did you get your packaging so well? Like, you got it down like pretty well.
I do everything I can to avoid complaints from people because I got tired of people on eBay bitching about every little thing. So I just make them as bomb proof as possible.
What
Get a
made you
look.
decide newspaper?
Uh, Newspaper's free for one, and there's always a constant supply. Our county has a recycling program, and they have these little sheds all over the county, in every township. And people can go there and drop off their newspapers. And we're out in the middle of nowhere. So that it's either buy packaging materials or do that. And they just have these sheds. And a lot of people use the recycled newspaper for like horse betting and things like that. But yeah, newspaper's the best. And if anybody tells you otherwise, they don't know what they're talking about.
I don't
It,
know. I heard adult diapers are good to pack with.
they are, but I save those for the stuff in the warehouse. I That's what I
Gotcha.
wrap the stuff in that I list that I don't want to get broken in the boxes and the stacks.
Have you always been a grumpy asshat?
um, yes, yes.
Yes. Junkie Cat wants to know if the adult diapers are free too.
Sometimes you get them from estates and things.
Oh, that's a good question,
But
Deb.
they're pretty expensive though. If even like at yard sales and estate sales, because there's always old people that pee themselves, and they're expensive if you have to buy them. What Deb say?
Are you retired? You act like a grumpy old man and don't seem to care if people buy your stuff or not, and you're annoyed that people want to ask questions.
Sometimes people annoy me when they ask questions, yes. But my thing is, I'm not one of these people that will put stuff up. Like I was watching a show this afternoon, and they were doing rapid fire stuff. They were just pulling it off a table. And there was no way that anybody that was bidding on that stuff could see what it was, the condition it was in, nothing. It was just like group psychosis, just bidding on shit just to bid on shit. And I don't want people just to, I mean, uh, don't get me wrong, I love pity bids. The money spends just as well as everything else. But I don't want people buying stuff just because somebody else is bidding on it. There's so many people that you go into these big shows, they say it's a live unboxing. They've got stuff all over the place, all lined up. They just whip it in front of the camera. They give you 5 second sudden death. You don't know what you're getting. And if you read those people's feedback, a lot of them they're getting bad feedback because the people are sending broken stuff, stained stuff. If I have something that's chipped, I want to tell everybody it's chipped. I don't want to con people. And if you don't want to buy my shit, you don't have to buy my shit. I've got lots of shit. I've got lots of places to sell it. I've got thousands of things on my website. I've got stuff on eBay, Etsy, TikTok. I sell stuff to other pickers, other buyers. Whatnot's cash flow, but and it makes it harder too, because when you're selling in this kind of context, you've got people that you sort of develop a relationship with, and they come back, and you don't want to piss them off by just I don't know. And I know sometimes I get grumpy when people ask questions, but most of the time, the people that ask questions that I get grumpy about, if they'd hang out for about 5 minutes or read the show notes, it would answer their questions.
Very true. We have a question in there.
There was a couple of them. Batmom said, kind of like having a pre-bid to see an item.
Yes. And I realize
on his pre-bids, to be fair, his pictures and everything are all in there.
When I do that and have the stuff I make you pre-bid on it, it is so far below retail that if you can't make a pre-bid on that and risk having to pay an extra $2 because somebody else bids you up once, you didn't want the thing to begin with. I mean, the stuff that I sell on Whatnot, I mean, at least 50% of the stuff I lose money on. And a lot of sellers, I assume, is the same way. And if you can't give a $5 opening bid for something that you can go to eBay and buy for $40, you didn't really want it. That's my theory. Plus, I mean, this isn't 1995. These cameras are like, I mean, we're all getting older. A lot of us. What's that?
Unless you're at a bank. Those cameras apparently don't work well.
Or Walmart.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I mean,
okay, then Rag and asked something. Go ahead,
do viewer counts impact sales? Rag asks. I'm gonna say yes, 100%. I mean, those numbers up there in the corner, they're not always right. There's been times when that has been my hand. This thing's great. I can't. I don't want to. I don't like scanning shelves and stuff, but when I start up again, this is going to be fun. But yeah, this number count sometimes there's a glitch, and it doesn't work right. But when it's working right, the more people you have watching, the more sales you're going to have, and the higher prices you're going to have. And anybody that tells you otherwise is just lying to you. I mean, yes, it depends on your attitude, your presentation, and all that. But the same person using the same presentation, if they got 2 people in the room and you're running an auction for a gold bar, you're going to get a higher price if there's 200 people in the room than those 2 people with the same presentation and the same seller. I mean, it's just a fact. Anybody that says otherwise is just trying to con you. And I think everybody that sells on here would agree with that.
I agree.
Batmom says, have you ever done a show without a rant in it?
I used to. And then people complain that I wasn't. People complain I wasn't ranting enough.
Pretty much, Batmom.
Have there been things that you have found and kept?
Not for me personally. I don't like stuff. Butterfly keeps things. I keep stuff for business like supplies and stuff. But no, I don't I'm not materialistic in any way. I hate all this shit. And I realize
Junkie,
that I
we
realize
actually
that
have
people like it.
a list of questions.
What's that?
Junkie asked if it's supposed to be viewers' choice questions or if we have questions prepared.
We have both. Okay. What is your prized material possession that isn't butterfly? You have to have something.
It, honestly, the only thing that I have a bicycle. Outside of things for work and inventory and clothing, I have a bicycle, and that's my only possession.
The frog and the pointer.
Well, these are business related. I wouldn't have the frog if I wasn't using him to hide
Put it
behind.
away. Oh my god.
Um, I was talking to Toothpaste yesterday, and he didn't realize that you sold vinyl. And I told him that you don't like to sell vinyl.
I don't have a problem with it. It's just you've seen the shelves over there, and like 90% of it is not very marketable. If I had that much vinyl that was all hard rock or hip hop, I would be selling vinyl all day long until it was gone, and then I would take a vacation.
Chip and Sissy wants to know, do you still have the chickens?
Yes, they have not started laying eggs yet, though. But
Oh,
they're
so very young.
I would think that they should start laying about. I keep looking every day in a nest box to see if they have started, but they haven't.
Have you put one of those like eggs that you had today in there to encourage them?
I I don't think that those eggs actually like spur them into laying. I think that's more you stick them in there if they're like laying somewhere that you don't want them to be laying. You put those in the nest box
Oh,
so they
okay.
know where to go. I think is how that works. But I do have some glass eggs
Gotcha.
around here, but I have not tried that.
Your turn.
What draws you to buy some items and not others?
Uh, what I think has the best chance of selling as quickly as possible for the most profit possible, uh, and as easy to pack. I mean, I do buy certain things for some people. I have people I buy things for, so I look for that sort of thing for those people. But I have no, I mean, I don't specialize in anything and don't really care as long as it's easy to package and take pictures of
What is
because
something you would. I'm sorry, go ahead.
my area here that I usually use to take pictures is not really that big. It's just a little corner I've got built. So taking pictures of big stuff's kind of a pain in the butt.
What is something you would never buy for resale no matter how cheap it is?
Sex toys.
Would you say?
Sex toys.
No, sex toys are great. They're hard to. I mean, the old good ones like Victorian dildos and stuff. They're hard to find, but they move like crazy. And those rectal dilators, you can't keep those in stock. People love those. Some people, I guess,
Wow.
they buy them. Yeah, I would not. I Ghost. I have bought cassettes. Um, I don't know why. It's like I see them and it's like they're. I see a pile of them for nothing, and it's like I should buy those because they're only $1. But yeah, I try to avoid buying cassettes and music.
Deb asked, do you get most of your items from in-person auctions?
Uh, I would say at least 50% usually. That's what I try to do. Um, I have pickers that buy stuff for me, and I do estate sales and yard sales occasionally. I hate buying from individuals. I'm very rural, and I just hate the interaction with people. They either think their stuff's worth a fortune, um, or they don't take into consideration what it actually takes to sell stuff. And you get a lot of people that they want a lot of money for stuff that would take a lot of work to get that money back out of. And when you're doing that sort of buying, if you if you don't if you don't buy something when you go on a call, you you've just wasted an entire day. Or you can go to an auction or an estate sale, and even if it's absolute garbage, you always find something you can resell. But there's times you go out on calls to people's houses or estates, and it just wastes your time. And I don't like that. Plus, I don't really uh, like interacting with the people too much. And the plus, once you buy stuff from people locally, they know who you are, and they know if you have a store. They know what you price it at. If they go into your store, if they go on my website, they know what I price it at. And then it becomes a long explanation to everybody why you paid somebody $50 for something that you have marked at $200. And auctions, it's always right there, and you pay whoever's the high bidder gets it.
Have you came across many Victorian dildos in your time?
Not many. They're very rare. More rectal dilators than dildos. And if you're a reseller and you don't know about rectal dilators, you need to look them up just in case you find them. Those and enema syringes, anything kinky that you stick up your butt or in other holes, uh, it's like gold.
Good to know. Good to know.
No, I wouldn't go. I'm not. I don't like ever. I wouldn't go buy like a 1995 dildo that was like used in somebody's drawer in an estate sale or anything. But the stuff that's like 150 years old, the gutta perchas, rectal dilators and stuff, and the glass stuff, people love that. Not me. People.
Other people.
I mean, you love it because it sells.
Well, yeah, I like to sell stuff.
Besides your regulars, who are some of your favorite sellers on Whatnot?
You guys gave me this question ahead of time, and I thought about it, and it
I
was a
did.
very tough question. Very tough question, because I flip around a lot. I've got like right here, sitting within 5 feet of this thing. I've got four devices within 3 or 4 feet of this, and I always usually have something on in one room or another, and I just kind of use it for research. And in the 3 years I've been on here, I've seen a lot of people come and go, and there were people I liked, and since I have dementia, I don't remember who they were. Uh, but I think my favorite seller on here is a Requiem Salvage. She has a very put together, at least what I view as a put together and cohesive show. It's on a regular basis. She's got everything pre-listed, everything nicely photographed. She's relatively witty, uh, good presentation, nice backdrop and everything. And she's got a standard show format. Uh, Rag, I wasn't supposed to pick people. It was outside of my group of people that attend my shows, I think is what the question was. But yes, Rag is a
Yep.
wonderful seller. If you haven't, oh, I can't touch Rag with my hand because she's down there at the bottom. Maybe I'm appearing on the bottom to you guys and I'm touching her. But yeah, Rag and Ribbon, she's certainly the perkiest seller on here. Yes, I was trying to touch her with my hand. Am I on the top or the bottom for you
Please ask the
guys?
next one.
Do I appear
You're
on the
bottom.
top or the bottom? I'm on the bottom. See, I'm on top
But I think
on
you can
mine.
switch it, right?
I don't want to touch it. I'm fine with that.
No, we can't switch. Only they can. Okay.
Name 5 foods you would never eat.
Every bean in the world. I don't think I like any beans. Refried beans on tacos are edible. No bugs, no broccoli, no liver. And the thing I would never try, I think, are those baby duck eggs where they let the baby duck almost hatch and then they boil them and eat them. Have you ever seen that?
That's so sad.
It is
No.
disturbing and it's gross. I think Anthony Bourdain had him on one time and it was traumatizing. Like when they bite the egg, there's a baby duck in there. There's some name for it, but I can't remember the name. But yeah, never.
Okay.
I don't care enough to search.
We're at the 30-minute mark, which I know you mentioned something about that. Are you still okay with them asking you a couple questions? Or would
That's
you
up
like to end it?
That's up to you guys.
Okay.
Do you have another question?
Chunky.
I thought you had another question. I got
Oh, I do. I have one more. I didn't prepare you for this one. But they want to know what your crafting style is since you're preparing for the Notty Awards this year.
We didn't ask him about the Notty Awards.
Well, we didn't ask any of that.
I don't really think that it matters what my crafting style is. I'm just going to have an insurrection and I'm just going to claim victory. And
Oh,
yes.
lovely.
I used to draw quite a bit, but I haven't drawn in a long time.
What'd you
like
used
to
to
draw?
I don't know. Stuff you draw, anything.
Rectums.
Wicked Sherry says dildos. I yeah I can pretty.
I think every boy growing up did that.
I don't think I ever drew a dildo. But
Did you like to draw like landscapes or anything like that?
yeah, I just
Or do you
drew.
not
I mean,
remember?
I just anything. I liked cartoons and stuff.
Bat Mom's like, I need to know all this.
No, I was not big into animated porn or dildos.
Oh my god. Okay. Any other questions from anybody?
Not about the finger or rectal. What was it?
I don't know.
I probably should have watched this before, but before I keep touching my face with it. I don't know where it's been.
All right, you're taking notes. Sherry's taking notes. Oh, here we go.
Bat Mom, I don't know if that would be appropriate, but I will say, I will say,
You can kind of see it.
if I'll get closer to the frog in a little bit. I mean, if you watch my shows long enough, you have seen it because my camera won't ever stay in the right direction, and sometimes it opens on me. But back to that question there. I will say one thing. Anybody that's out there telling you repeatedly over and over again to offer free shipping as a small business seller is doing you a disservice. They are not going to help you. Um, there's there is no free shipping. I pay Amazon every month for my free shipping for Prime. Uh, yeah, I don't have to pay for a box of Skittles if I order them, but I pay every month for it. And Amazon, they've got a sweetheart deal with the post office where they pay about $2 a package, no matter what size it is, whether they're shipping you a box of Tic Tacs or a large screen TV. And to think that somebody that is just starting out and needs to go to a random rambling show on here for advice on how to be a seller, to think that those people that are going for that advice are going to be able to start out and offer free shipping is asinine. And anybody that tells you, as if you're a new seller, that you should offer free shipping, don't listen to them. These people that are on here, and I don't want to offend people when I say stuff like this, but most of the people that are on here for entertainment. You don't need this shit. I've never sold anything that anybody needs here. You like to buy it because it gives you a little dopamine rush when you buy it, and you get another dopamine rush when you go to your mailbox and it's there, and then another one when you open it, and you may or may not use it. But nobody needs this shit. And the sellers that are doing this part time, you can't afford to cover people's shipping, especially when you screw up. You know, you you sell a geode and offer free shipping on that, and all of a sudden you go to ship that and you don't have any adjustments left. This hunk of rock is going to cost you like 15 or 20 bucks to ship it, and it could cost 30 bucks if you're shipping it to California. Uh, when somebody's telling you to offer free shipping, keep in mind they've got multiple employees, and you can go and look and see what they sell, and you can kind of figure out what they're making by the time they pay their employees. And if they have to come on the whatnot and try to convince you every single week that you need to offer free shipping, it's not working out. It's not working out great for them. Otherwise, they wouldn't be trying to get everybody else to do it like them, which is the same reason for you guys that sold on eBay. It's the same reason eBay tried to get everybody to offer free shipping, because Amazon was offering it. So they wanted all the sellers on eBay to offer free shipping. And meanwhile, you got small businesses that think, oh, that's what I have to do because eBay is telling me this, and I got to compete with Amazon. And a lot of people, lost a lot of money doing that. And the people that are buying stuff, $9 shipping is cheap, because I can ship stuff to California, 5 pounds to California for $9, or it costs you guys $9 to have it shipped there. If I ship a package for $9 to California using my shipping software, you're looking at probably over $25 to ship something that size. And that's my rant.
Bad Mom, do you make more on eBay or whatnot?
Oh, I make more on eBay. Much more.
But you probably sell different things on eBay than you do on whatnot.
Oh yeah, definitely. Like I said, whatnot is largely a cash flow generator. When I started this, the biggest draw to this was that it was supposed to be only open to people that were like career sellers, and also you were allowed to mention your website. You weren't allowed to mention eBay, but you were allowed to mention your website. So I thought, well, I'll come on here and advertise my website. But it did not have the results that I had hoped. I sell very little. I do sell stuff occasionally to people on here, but I thought that it would be a better advertising medium than it is.
And what is your website, by the way?
Beforetimes.shop.
You have anything else or shows planned coming up that you want to discuss?
Uh, I I have a military show. I think it's this weekend. Uh, since I've got moved and everything into my current location, I'm a little bit more uh, steady with what I'm doing, and I'm trying to have a military show about once a month, and trying to have my Wednesday ephemera sales and my Sunday antique sales on a regular basis. Um, I was told today that I'm supposed to be doing a Disney train coming up in October. I have not received details about that yet.
I haven't even planned it yet. It was just an idea that I was like, oh, he has a lot of Disney stuff on his shelves. Maybe he would want to do this, but then you were like, I don't want to do it.
Oh, now everybody knows. So go to the suburbanbish.com and sign up for the future upcoming Disney train that she is hosting. It'll be sometime after the Summerween train, that's Halloween stuff in October.
Yep.
August.
Summerween is August 2nd,
Or
which is
did I say
hosted by
October?
Wicked Sherry and I. You did.
Yes, August 2nd. I know
And
that. I
then,
misspoke.
by the way, Wicked Sherry has a show tonight, so be sure to bookmark that. Back to your crafting style.
Yeah, so what are you making for Summerween?
I'm not making anything for Summerween. I'm trying desperately to find something Halloween related, which is very hard because, like I said before, I live out in Jesus Land, Pennsylvania, where people don't celebrate Halloween, and this is the kind of crap I find. Dollar store stuff.
Okay, but you had stuff, but you sold it on your Sunday shows.
Yeah, I wasn't thinking. I know. I should have saved some of that stuff. I wasn't thinking when I listed it.
All right, Josh. The question we should have asked in the beginning is, what do you know of the Notty Awards?
I know I'm the reigning champion in three categories. I won best packaging, best ephemera, and bestest crafter last year.
You
Um,
did.
I did, and
You
it's
got
it's
biggest
it.
ass hat award.
Oh, is that what that was? No, it was biggest crafter,
Yeah.
bestest
No,
crafter.
that was Dover.
No, it's fake news that Dover won. I won that, so I actually a four-time winner.
Oh no. Oh my god. I feel bad for giving it to Dover because since then she's had no shows.
We need a petition.
Well, I mean, she was voted.
Dover, come back.
She was voted.
Please, Dover, we need you.
And since apparently everybody just plugs the rebate shit on here all the time, all the sellers, Dover sells on eBay. Uh, Darling underscore Dover. I don't know if she wants to share that, but yeah, she's got stuff on eBay. She does some of her crafting stuff on there and other stuff. Uh,
I had no idea.
She
yeah.
won't even come. What would I know?
Well, I don't know.
I follow like two old people on here.
He's one of them.
Barely.
But yeah, when do you gonna have the, what is it, October? You're saying is the nominations go up?
Yeah, so nominations and sponsorships, because I already get messages like once or twice a week about how can I sponsor the Naughty Awards. Um, Bat Mom. Um, it's going to be on the website, the suburbanbish.com. So instead of anybody having to get the Google link like we did last year, it's just going to be there on my website. So all the nominations, and then we go and vote and get it down to the top 5, and then they go to the award show. No Pokemon cards, no watches.
No, here's a watch. I have one watch that was in reaching distance.
Have we met, or Bish, have you met her in person yet?
Probably Dover.
Oh, Dover, no, not yet.
We are going to be
Just show up at her house.
I'm not going to show
She's
up at her house.
She's only like an hour away. Just show up and pretend you're somebody else.
Well, we were going to come to your house for the Thanksgiving purge, and you were like,
You can come, and it's not going to be real exciting. Me pulling stuff out of boxes for 13 or 14 hours.
And you're talking about somebody who can, organize your whole vinyl and all that?
I was hoping he'd just come and take it.
Man, that doesn't sound like a bad idea.
That.
I got one from you that's worth a fortune.
Well, you should sell it.
A fortune meaning like 150.
No, like 400.
Oh, 400.
Well, you should sell it for whatever you can get, and just download the MP3 and put it on your shop or Spotify for free.
It's actually one that the band isn't claiming. They don't have it listed anywhere.
What album is that?
Which?
Bad
Religion, Into the Unknown.
Oh, that's a good album. The thing is with that one, it's missing the poster. Which significantly decreases the value of that one.
So about 150.
Either way.
So it says, I would love to come organize vinyl. I used to do that part-time. I did not know that, Chunky. That's pretty cool. Alright, sir, anything else you want to shout out before we let you go?
Not that I can think of, but I somebody on here, I've seen a few sellers that are occasional sellers on here. You should go and sign up on the suburbanbish.com, so you have to do this too.
Oh, Jesus, Sherry.
And Wicked Sherry is having a show tonight. You can't click on her thing, though, because she got red texted for mentioning dildos and booty plugs. Do I have a Tesla? I do not have it. I do not have a Tesla. At this point, I would not buy a Tesla. I would buy a Rivian or something else not associated with Mr. Elon. Yes.
How do you feel about Cybertrucks?
Cybertrucks, they're hideous. I see people online saying that they have got all sorts of room, but I think it would be just easier to have a pickup that doesn't have one of those things over it and isn't slanted. They're hideous too.
It looks like a car that someone drew in like 3rd grade.
Did you see supposedly that design was based on like some 1980s car or something? Like late 70s or 80s car? Oh, you got to Google that. Where's my Google device?
I will.
It was based on some hold on.
Batman wants to know if orange is your favorite color.
I don't really have a favorite color. What? And especially not orange. It was on Blade Runner. There was a car that was that looked just like that, but it was a car, and it was tiny. It had those angles. Look it up sometime. You'll find a picture of it.
It reminds me of the DeLorean.
A little bit, yeah.
Yeah, the car that was based on sort of looks like that.
Hmm.
I always wanted one of
Well,
those.
thanks again for what, DeLorean?
Yeah, everybody wanted one in the 80s, didn't they?
Oh wow. I wanted the shoes, which apparently they made.
Yeah.
And they made the flying
All right, guys.
hoverboards surreal, if you believe everything you read on Facebook.
That's true.
Which you shouldn't.
Right. You've learned so much. Well, I'm glad everybody was here. And thanks again, Josh, for being here with us.
And rectal spreaders. Don't forget the rectal spreaders.
If you guys want to watch this, I will load it on my YouTube and put it on Spotify. It'll just be under Talk Naughty to us. And I appreciate you being here. And we want to raid somebody.
Thank you, Josh.
Well, thank you, guys. And remember, go to thesuburbanbish.com and sign up and do this yourself if you're a seller.
Which one?
Mighty Annie, obviously, because that's just perfect. Alright, guys, bye. Thank you.
Thanks, guys.
Okay. Suburban Bish, thank you so very much for your raid.